All right, so I'm going to talk about the specific traits I had when I was poor, the limiting beliefs I had in myself, and what really held me back, and then the mindset that kind of changed me into the man I am today. And when I didn't have any money, I was constantly just waiting for someone to give me a handout, waiting to become famous randomly. Some random video is going to blow up and I'm going to become famous. I'm going to win the lottery. I just know it. And this is like 90% of people in this country just think something magically is going to happen. They don't have to work and it's going to fall right into their hands. It's not true. Not at all. I'm sure you guys know this. I also was heavily addicted to Xanax when I was poor, and I was in and out of rehabs and jails, I don't know, 8, 9 times. And I just was really down. I didn't have any confidence in myself. I was just thinking like, yo, this is gonna be my life. I'm gonna have to work in a warehouse because I got kicked out of college. I don't have any money. I'm in debt. I owe these hospitals money because I've gone to rehab so many times. And it was just this constant like, oh, poor me, pity me. Everybody should feel bad for me. And that's such a shitty way to kind of go through life, because I could make the change at any point I wanted in my life, and I eventually did. But for 4 years of my life, I didn't. I sold drugs, and I went to rehabs and jails, and surrounded myself with losers, complete losers. They just wanted someone to do drugs with. That was it. So how I changed this is actually I got sent to a 3-month-long rehab after going to jail for 3 months. And sitting in jail for 3 months, I did a lot of reflection. I journaled every day. I worked out. And by the time I got to the rehab, I was like, wow, I really want to take this seriously. I want to change my life. I just sat there and, in rehab, you don't really meet the best people. But I kept to myself, and I just really got to working on what needs to change in my life. I wrote this thing on a piece of paper. I wish I still had it. My goals that I have for the next 1 year of my life, 2 years of my life, 5 years of my life. I have superseded them tremendously, like 100x. It was like, I want to get so and so many subscribers on YouTube. It's so much past that. I want to get this many followers on TikTok, way past that. I want to do this. I want to make this amount of money. And I really sold myself short with these goals, but that doesn't really matter, because I'm here now, doing great. What really changed that was this book by Tony Robbins. What's the name of this book? It's called I forgot this book. It's a huge book by Tony Robbins. It's like a Bible. It just goes over everything, lifestyle, health, money, business, just anything. And I read the whole book and took notes on it. I read a bunch of other books while I was there, because there's really nothing else to do except talk to junkies. It's not really what I wanted to do at the moment. And I came out of there with a whole different mindset that I don't want to live this life anymore. I want to have money. I want to be independent. I'm going to do what it takes. So I got sent to a sober living home after that. This was about 4 years ago. And in that sober living home, I worked on myself, worked out, stayed sober for at least 2 years. And, I was still doing some shady stuff, still selling stuff I shouldn't be selling, but reached out to an old friend of mine that I saw that was doing a lot better than me, doing something I wanted to do, which was trading stocks, and we hit it off. Now we're business partners because we came up with multiple business ideas together. He was in Andrew Tate's group chat. I got to get some good mentors from that group chat through him and learned quite a few things, and that's actually how I ended up making my first 2 to 3 million, was through the OFM. Thank you, Joe Lampton. So mindset traits that I see I had, and I still see people have that they make mistakes with, is basically just this handout bullshit where you're sitting there waiting for someone to hand something on your plate. It's not gonna happen. You gotta get out there and do it yourself. You gotta make the money yourself. And a mistake I've made is not being too reliant on other people. It's really yourself you gotta be relying on, and that's it. If you rely too much on someone else, you're gonna get burned eventually, or it's just not gonna work out. So really it just comes down to confidence in yourself and doing stuff on your own. That's the main thing I had to work on. Was I was doing this OFM thing with a girl I did not like. I didn't think I could make money myself, so I was stuck doing it. And until I finally decided, fuck this is fucking with my mental health, I can do this on my own, I didn't end the relationship. And then I finally did, and I'm a lot happier, a lot more clear in the mind, enjoy my life a lot more. But I had to put that time in to make the money I made. So I don't know how bad of a thing it was, but I have people that are still stuck in these relationships and they should not be in them. They just don't know how to exit them. So that's a limiting belief I see a lot, is people just not having confidence in themselves personally to make money themselves. They always need a partner. They need someone else to help them out with it. When in reality, you can be doing it yourself.